How we doing, guys? Luke Gamer over here, and I thought I'd just do another "Is it worth it" kind of series on all the PC hardware that I'm using on my spare time. As you know, I'm the Luke Gamer, so I do all kinds, not just statues, but of course PC hardware and all the other good stuff. But let me just do a bit of a review on the Razer Diamondback gaming mouse that I got over here. One of my other mouses, as you guys may have seen, my previous Sparta mouse that I actually got from ROG. But I thought I'd just show you guys this one in case you guys want to see different kinds of mouses that are really hard to use. So let me just tell you guys a bit of specs on this bad boy. First of all, we get a beautiful ambidextrous form, so you know it's double-sided. So if you want to use your left hand or even your right hand, it's pretty easy as well. And of course, as you can tell over here, we have buttons. We got two buttons on this side over here, and we also got buttons on this side over here as well. So we have about 4 buttons there. And of course, we get, the left and the right on the scrolling wheel, and that's another button in the middle. So we get ourselves 7, programmable buttons over there, which is pretty fresh. What else do we get with this mouse? Other specs, I would say, is 16,000 DPI 5G laser sensor. So you know for a fact it's nice and accurate. It will always make sure that everything's perfect. You get up to 210 inches per second, which is about 50 milligrams acceleration. You get 1,000 Hz Ultrapolling, on the fly sensitivity adjustment. You get Chroma customizable lighting, of course, as we can all see over there. We get inter-device color synchronization. So whenever you want to change the color of this mouse over here, you could just change that by using the Razer synchronization software, which I'll show you guys just in a minute. As I said earlier, you get 7 programmable hyper-responsive buttons. You get the Razer Synapse enabled, which I'll show you guys shortly. You get 2.1 millimeters / 7 feet braided fiber cable, which is attached. As you know, this is a attached cable to the PC. You get the approximate size for this bad boy here is 125 millimeters, which is about 4.92 in length, times about 60 millimeters. This is 2.64 in width, I would say, times 30 millimeters. And in terms of the height, if you guys want to know, it's 1.18 in height. The approximate weight over here for this bad boy is about 89 grams, which is pretty cool. But that's obviously without including the cable. But obviously, guys, the system requirements for this bad boy over here, all you need over here is just a PC or a Mac with a free USB port, which is cool. Windows 10, 8, 7, and Mac OS 10.8 all the way to 10.10 will definitely support this mouse over here, so you're definitely good. What else do we got? Of course, we'll need internet connection to actually get the Razer Synapse software, which is pretty obvious. It's 100 megabytes of hard disk space that you'll need to actually install the Razer Synapse program. And of course, you have to register your email account to this bad boy over here. But what I'll do for you guys over now is I'll show you basically how to install the Razer Synapse program. And most importantly, is it worth it? So guys, we're actually in over here. This is a Razer Synapse software. What I'll do for you guys is I'll leave the link in the description on exactly where to find the software over here. But we agreed with the beautiful, design on the Razer sign here. Loving the design of this application. Very simple and clean. So we get a couple of headings over here. We get customize, the performance, we get lighting, and we also get calibration. The first thing that I want to discuss with you guys is the select profile tab. That over there makes you, select as many profiles as you want within games. So, for example, as you can have a look there, I have Mass Effect Andromeda. Horrible spelling, I know, guys, but it's all good. I have Divinity, and I have the profile, which is like the clean profile for my desktop over there. So, with profiles are basically different ways of actually interacting with games and making your buttons customizable. As you guys can have a look over here, you get top view, you get right view, and left view as well. So, you guys can look over here. Number 1, which is this number over here, when you actually click the button, that's a normal click. Number 2 is your right click. So I'm actually able to change my right click to any functionality that I actually really want to. And as you can tell, number 4, number 5, which is scroll up and scroll down, which I'll leave. On the left side, as you can tell, if I press number 7, which is this button over here, that's number 4. Usually that's for my Diablo, because number 4 usually is my strong attack. And number 6 over there, which is number 1, which is my medium attack. So you're actually able to change all the buttons on this mouse that you really want to, which is really effective instead of you having to press the button on your laptop, which is really cool. So you could get up to about 5 different profiles that you really want to. So in case you guys are gamaholics like me, RPGs are perfect for this mouse. Trust me, perfect. Also, let's check out performance over here, guys. With performance, we're actually able to change up the sensitivity and also the acceleration of this mouse. So as you guys can look over here, You can enable the X and Y sensitivity if you want it more sensitive. As you know, it has 16,000 dpi, which is insane. All I use is 1,800 because I don't need anything more than that. Because if I have anything higher, as soon as I move my mouse from here to here, it will go so fast and I'll have no idea what the hell is going on. So of course, that's really cool. You're able to adjust it as much as you want to. Acceleration rate too. I left mine on 0 because it's perfectly fine. But if you want something a bit more fluid and a bit more faster, you're also able to change that too. Also, the pulling rate, the frequency of data updates for the device. So it's up to you how much you actually want to keep it by. But I left mine on 500 because 500 is just perfectly fine. And of course, guys, as I said earlier, you can select up to as many profiles as you want, depending on the kind of acceleration and sensitivity that you actually want. Also, guys, with the lighting over here, you're able to change any color that you want. So I'm choosing, I just choose wave over here, so that mouse actually changes colors all the time, which is pretty fresh. But you're able to choose as many different colors as possible that you want. But what I'll do is I'll show you guys how it actually works just shortly. But you get all these different effects over here that you're actually able to change, which change your mouse in real time. So as soon as you click on static, it will actually change the color of your mouse at that moment in time. Also, we also get the Chroma configuration, which I'll show you guys shortly in just a bit. But you're also able to change, the brightness from dim, normal, or really, really bright, which is really cool as well. You can also switch all of the lighting when disabled. Sorry, you can also switch off all lighting when display is all off. So as soon as your display on your computer turns off, all the lighting will actually come off as well, which I would definitely recommend. But if you like the RGB sort of feeling, it's all good. Also, with the calibration, you're also able to change it. You're also able to enable it as well in case you want that. Also, if you have the Razer Firefly, you're also able to sync this with the Razer Firefly as well. Let's go onto the chromas and onto the macros rather. So you're actually able to add macros as many as you want. Very, very similar to the profiles that you really wanted to. I'm not really much of a macro kind of person because I just like to use my simple buttons on the side, but you get a lot of freedom with macros too. With the Chroma apps, you get lots of third-party integration apps that I'll show you guys just shortly. But Diablo is actually one of the games that actually do support it. So whenever you play Diablo, your mouse just turns red. And if you get more Razer Chroma sort of accessories like the Firefly, or even the keyboard, your whole set will turn red, which is really, really fresh, guys. And also the stats over here. As you can see over here, we get different kinds of lighting effects with this mouse, which is really, really fresh. So as you guys can know, this right here is the color spectrum that actually makes it, flow with different waves, which is really cool. So it changes all 60 million different colors that you get on the mouse. So this is changing to the spectrum cycling. So they'll also just, change up different colors as well, but in a different kind of rhythm, which is really fresh too. Let's change it to something else now. Let's change this bad boy up to the breathing. So it's actually able to breathe into different colors as well. As you guys can see, it's having a breathing sort of effect. It comes in and then it comes out, which is really cool. But you're able to change up to as many colors that you actually really want to. Actually, way more than 2 colors. And also after breathing, let's go to the static. So static just stays still, nothing really special, just remains the same. And let's change it to the last one over here, the reactive. So as soon as you actually press the button over there, it actually turns green, which is pretty, really fresh as well. So I thought I'd just show you guys in terms of how the mouse actually, reacts to color too. Guys, are all the applications that actually support the Razer Synapse. So what happens in the game over here is your mouse or your Razer products actually display different colors in the game. So for example, in Diablo over here, what happens is every time you die, your mouse actually flashes red. And every time you actually play the game or pick up a really cool loot chest, your actual mouse becomes yellow. As you guys know, legendaries in Diablo are yellow. So every game integrates different colors. So with Overwatch, you get a specific color too. But these are all the games that support the Razer Synapse software, which includes different RGB lighting, which is pretty cool. So we really get new titles like The Elder Scrolls, Tomb Raider, FL Studio, Deus Ex. We get really nice, Call of Duty Black Ops for all those players over there. Outlast 2. We get beautiful Blade of Soul. Shadow Warrior, King Kill, all these really cool, supported games actually support the Razer software RGB, which is cool. So all the time when you play, video games and these kind of games, you get really cool lighting but I thought I'd show you guys all the games that do support it, which is really fresh. So in case you guys are wondering, is it actually worth it, me getting this mouse and getting these cool colors within the games? Hell yeah. The fact that you get more integration sort of feeling on your, on your Razer rig, which is cool. It also really promotes, more Razer products actually to be bought. So if you have a Razer Firefly or if you have a Razer keyboard, all these colors will integrate together. So you get one uniform color too. So as you guys can tell, it's a pretty big list over here, but that's just all about it. But I thought I'd just show you guys all the games that are supported and if it's worth it. So thanks again, guys, for watching this video. Question, is this Razer mouse actually worth $100? Hell to the motherfucking yeah. Definitely worth it for me. The fact that it's so light, the fact that, you get these really cool RGB lights over here, very, very customizable. And on top of it, you get the really cool Razer Chroma application sync. So any game that you play, the colors of that game will be displayed. So whenever you die or even whenever you pick up loot, treasure, or whatever, the mouse would actually react to that. So for me, hell yeah, this mouse is definitely worth it. So I'll give it a badass sort of seal of approval for me. This is a badass mouse, very light, very durable, easy to also travel as well. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys love my content, please subscribe. But I appreciate the love. Let's have a good Thursday and let's take it easy. Later.